Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. This is episode 19 of season 2 of the Be Your Own Hero show. HERO is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. In other words, helping others helps you. It's a reciprocal action. I'm your host. I'm sekouwrites. I am a professional creative, a motivational speaker, and the creator of the HERO Ministry, what is now known as the HERO Ministry. So quick disclaimer, I am not a certified personal trainer, nor am I a licensed financial advisor. So do your own homework, do your own research, take what I say with a grain of salt. All that said, shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me this space and this place to talk about my journey of becoming my own hero, and specifically for this season, my journey of becoming my own financial hero. So check out the website, ntmedia.org, and you can see the other programming that's available on the network, and also make a donation. Okay, so all that said, if this show provides any value for you, feel free to like, comment, share, spread the word, make a donation, buy something from the HERO store, which you can find by just going to my website, sekouwrites.com. All right, so let's do a quick commercial break and get into the show right after this. Shout out to all the people watching live in the chat. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to Diego. Shout out to Gladys. Those are the people who commented in the chat, so I know that you're watching. And yeah, let's get into it. So we're back on money today. I love being in conversation with the universe because I was still deliberating about whether or not I would continue to talk about pain, which, if you've been watching the show, was the topic of my talk when I opened for Les Brown on Saturday. And there have been a couple conversations that I've had here on this show about that. And I was thinking today, am I going to keep talking about that? Because I still have things I want to say. But then something happened. And before I tell you what happened, let me do the HERO Ministry news before I get too excited. So, all right, so HERO Ministry news. We're talking about the HERO charity run. Today was day 143/41. That means I've been running every single day for the past 143 days in a row. That takes us all the way back to June 1st. And I've been running a 5K for the past 41 days in a row. So lots of running going on over here. Just to recap in terms of miles, because today is typically Tally Thursday. So in terms of miles, as of yesterday, I was over 368 miles, which I got to tell you, is a lot of miles, but still, because I thought I was over 400 miles a couple weeks ago, it still doesn't seem like anything at all. I am still like just trying to get back to 400. But anyway, I recognize that 368 miles is a lot. I recognize that. I accept it. Also, in terms of funds, we are over the halfway mark. We're over $2,500. And just a reminder, my goal for myself is 500 miles run. And my goal in terms of fundraising is $5,000 raised. So over the halfway mark on both. And I am going to set a date. I'm going to set a buy-win date. I haven't had one yet. I was just thinking end of the year. But I found out recently that Project Love Strong, their 4th annual Hoodies for the Homeless event, is coming up on December 4th, which is very early. It's way earlier than it has been before. So that threw me off. But I'm making that my buy-win date. So my buy-win date is I want to have run 500 miles by December 4th, and I want to have raised $5,000 by December 4th, because I like the idea of being able to donate to them and to the other 7 nonprofits on that day of service, because several of the other nonprofits that I'm donating to are involved with the Hoodies for the Homeless event, which, by the way, is the event 2 years ago? 1 year, was it just 1 year ago? Oh my goodness, just 1 year ago, where I launched HERO Hoodies, which has now grown into the HERO Ministry and t-shirts and this charity run and all these other things. It was just a year ago. So happy anniversary to the HERO Ministry. Wow, that's pretty exciting. Anyway, I think it would be great if I could, let me rephrase, I think it will be great when I am able to donate to all 8 of the nonprofits that work with the unhoused community on December 4th. So that is the date. That's the buy-win. Those are the goals. So please, please, please share. Share. I got a donation yesterday of $1. It was only $1, but it was probably one of the most significant donations thus far because it was from a perfect stranger. Someone found one of my videos on TikTok. I've been posting the run reports on TikTok first, and then also reposting them to Facebook and Instagram. And some stranger found one of the run reports on TikTok and donated $1, and just in support of what I'm doing. That person's name is Ariel. So shout out to Ariel. They will probably never see this show, but I appreciate them for just believing in a stranger and donating $1. So I'm very excited about that. So share the news. That's the word. That's the point of this segment of the show. Share the Hero Charity Run, because it is very familiar to us if you've been watching the show, but for other people out there in the world, they have no idea. So share it. Oh, speaking of which, shout out to Nan and to Ramona for sharing the run reports. Sometimes I feel like no one's listening to the run reports. There isn't much feedback. So I appreciate Nan and Ramona for not only sharing the run reports, but sharing their thoughts about the run reports out there in the social media verse. And that helps other people find out about the Hero Charity Run from that and come over to at least watch something and maybe make a donation too. So all that said, December 4th, that's the goal. 500 miles, $5,000. And it can be done. I have faith. I'm exercising my muscle of faith. Okay, moving on. I said we were back on money. I said something happened. So this is what happened. I got a text message late last night from Japan. First of all, that's pretty cool, getting text messages from Japan. I got a text message from Japan saying, you were right. You were right. And who doesn't like getting a text message that says you were right? And I was like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So my friend that lives in Japan, he sent me a video about Bitcoin, essentially. Bitcoin in general and cryptocurrency as a whole. So there's been a lot of movement with Bitcoin the past couple of days. I think it just reached its all-time high, or maybe it matched its previous all-time high, which is $65,000 or $66,000 per coin. Significant movement. And what the video that he sent me was about is the fact that the person who recorded the video thinks that this is the beginning of what's called mainstreaming for cryptocurrency. So that is probably self-explanatory, but just in case. So mainstreaming means that it's coming into mainstream popular culture. So the video referenced some things that we've talked about here. The fact that AMC movie theater is now accepting cryptocurrency for their gift cards, and they will be accepting cryptocurrency to purchase a movie in person by the end of the year. And then they're going to accept even more cryptocurrency in Q1 in the first quarter of next year. So they are onboarding cryptocurrency very quickly. And there are a number of other companies that are involved. JP Morgan is recommending cryptocurrency to its investors. And let's see, the Winklevoss Twins. You may remember the Winklevoss Twins. They were supposedly the creators of Facebook, and it was stolen from them by Mark Zuckerberg. And so there was a big lawsuit, and they got a huge settlement from that. And they rolled that money into cryptocurrency. And they were one of the first two cryptocurrency billionaires, Bitcoin billionaires specifically, Bitcoin billionaires. And they've gotten so involved that they've actually created a cryptocurrency exchange. So you know how there are brokerage houses for stock. There's like, you can use Cash App, Robinhood, Ameritrade, Charles Schwab. So similarly, there are brokerage houses popping up all over the place for cryptocurrency. And the Winklevoss Twins have created one called Gemini. I was familiar with Gemini, but I didn't know that it was created by the Winklevoss Twins, who again are Bitcoin billionaires. So there's just been a lot of steady momentum. Oh, my mom sent me an article. Was it an article? It was an advertisement, I think, for the fact that there are many cryptocurrency ATMs popping up all over the country. I actually dropped a couple of zip codes in just to see where they were, and they're pretty popular. There are a number of cryptocurrency ATMs where presumably you can just walk up to the ATM and exchange your money for cryptocurrency. I haven't used one, so I shouldn't say anything more than that. But the point is, you should be able to get cryptocurrency from these devices. So again, all this leads towards all this points towards mainstreaming, the mainstreaming of cryptocurrency. And if you've been watching the show, you already know how I feel. I was feeling kind of like, I don't know, until I discovered that there's already $2 trillion in cryptocurrency. $2 trillion. That's more than the GDP of Canada. So from then on, I have been thinking, okay, the genie's out of the bottle and it's not going back in. Is it possible that the genie could go back in the bottle? Yeah, it's possible. Anything's possible. But to my thinking, it's unlikely. There are already cryptocurrency ETFs, and we're familiar with ETFs now because we've been talking about that on the show. There are already cryptocurrency ETFs being traded in at least 5 other countries. So it's on the stock exchange in 5 countries. It's $2 trillion. AMC is about to start accepting cryptocurrency for movies. I don't think this genie's going back in the bottle. I don't think so. So that said, 2 things. I want to read a quote from a book, and I want to also double down on one of our affirmations, the shortest of the affirmations. The shortest of the affirmations is, I am a multimillionaire. I am a multimillionaire. So repeat that a couple times while I pull up this quote. Okay. I am a multimillionaire. So this is from the book that I mentioned a couple episodes ago, The Ballroom Dancer Who Turned Himself into a Stockbroker over time. And he had a lot of losses, by the way, a lot of losses. So it's a fairy tale, but it's a realistic fairy tale. So this is what he says. Stocks of the future have always held good in Wall Street. Long time ago, smart operators went into railroads because they knew that these would supersede covered wagons and the stagecoach. A generation or so later, the shrewd investors moved out of railroads and into automobiles. So you see that it's about having vision. Like in terms of having big gains, it's about having vision. Like I'm sure at that time, the people who were proponents of the stagecoach were like, nothing's ever going to happen to the stagecoach. We don't need the railroad. The railroad is going to fail. Like it's easy to look at it from here because we know that the railroad succeeded. And then we know that the advent of cars superseded the railroad. But I'm sure at the time, it was inconceivable to most people that the railroad would supersede the stagecoach and the cars would supersede the railroad. So that's the frame of mind that I'm thinking about cryptocurrency in. Like, yeah, it seems far-fetched, but at the same time, in terms of the information that we've gleaned thus far, again, I feel like the genie's out the bottle. So I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research, and you should not invest unless you believe, unless you yourself actually believe that this is the way things are going. All that said, there are ways to invest in cryptocurrency without buying cryptocurrency. All you have to do is go to Google and search for stocks for cryptocurrency. Literally, I just tested it again this morning just to make sure I was giving you accurate information. But if you just put into Google stocks for cryptocurrency, it'll give you a whole host of options. So that means that these are companies that are involved in the cryptocurrency world that are traded on the stock exchange that are not, it's not buying cryptocurrency directly. Like you're not buying Bitcoin or you're not buying Ethereum, but you're investing in companies that are already in that world. So you can benefit from the rise of those companies as cryptocurrency continues to mainstream. Okay, hope that makes sense. I think that's where we are. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency a little bit more tomorrow, I think. And yeah, we're back on abundance. So remember, I am a multimillionaire. Keep running that affirmation. Get yourself to believe it. Right now, it's time for prayer time. And then right after that, it's time for Sit with Rev Melissa, where I'll be popping in to say a couple words at the end, probably. So till then, keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. And remember that right now is better than perfect. And I'll see you tomorrow. Later.